Tigers. The following is a presentation of TFNN. The Tiger Technician Hour with your host, Basil Chapman. Call now, toll free at 1-877-927-6648. Now, Basil Chapman.
Good morning, everyone. Basil Chapman here on this Wednesday, the 26th of November. And since we won't be here on Friday, let's treat today a little bit like Chapman Wave notation. This is Technical Friday. So where are we? So we've got a peak D in the daily chart of the Dow on the 12th of November at 48,431. It takes a tumble, comes down to 45,728. Above the 45,452 level in this big arch formation. It holds this Chapman Wave inside wedge. This is the dashed red, declining diagonal support resistance line, support target line. And then has a really good bounce. I considered that Thursday, the low of 45,728, 20th. Now we keep having to check this. This is the 20th. Yeah, that was Thursday. Could, in fact, turn out to be an internal low, and that there could be a residual low, but this, I have to consider that there's a chance that we have made a low that turns into the low. I don't want to get carried away. I like to do things one step at a time. That's my thinking, is that this is really a serious low, and I'll explain why. The volatility index, look at this, went to 28.27, and on the Thursday, was that Thursday or the Wednesday? Thursday. On the Thursday, and then what did it do? That was underneath the previous peak F. Major top where the regional banks at 28.99 on the 17th of October really took a turn in terms of the volatility spiking higher. That became one of the lows, that a tradable low in the market. And then we plunged more than, almost 50%. We went to 15.62 on the 27th of October. I don't want to waste time. I am just going to say this to me looks like a double top, that the VIX index won't get back there for a little while, that it has to rest. It's a 17.96. I don't know if it'll take out the 16 level just yet, but that's kind of my target on the downside. All right, done. So that means that looking at, should I do it? I'll do it. Just for 1 second, I'll get to this, and then I'll go through all the numbers. Here is the Chapman Wave Dark News cloud cover. There was, at first it was right here. We had on the 29th of October that big spike. I called it an internal high. We pull back. This is where I look for earthquake aftershock, or in this case, internal high, residual high. And here I'm saying internal low, and every other time for the past year or so, we've had internal lows and residual lows. There was one where there was an internal low back in March, and then much lower down at 36,611. On the 7th of April, we made another low, and that I called a residual low. So that was a little unusual, but fortunately we managed to time that very nicely. We did get long. We're still long that position. We've added to that position in the Dow. So this yellow chart using the Dow has two techniques. One is where I look for internal highs and residual highs, and the other is where I put the white rectangle to say, excuse me, in a sneeze, I say this is where interest rates, there are certain things in the marketplace that are the economic factors and other social factors that have washed off the market like water off a duck's back, but now are going to become much more serious. And we found that that was the residual high that was made right there on the 12th of November at 48,431. So I use this chart, and now let me just quickly explain. So the pink 9-period moving average is still not green. And until it goes green, we've got to consider that there could be an arch formation that fails and that we come back and we make the residual low, and it could be higher, it could be low, or we don't get one at all. But I'm considering that the low that was made on the 20th of November at 45,720 is in fact a pretty serious low, and now we just have to have patience, and we are long the Dow from much lower down. All right, done. Now let's run the numbers. INDU, the Dow's right. INDU, there it is. INDU, that's the Dow. Oh, and there are many other factors that gave us the buy signal, but I really don't want to tell you, even though it's Technical Friday. So what we've got now is, you see this pink 9-period moving average moving up in sequence with the black 14-period moving average, but not yet crossing green. That means the 9 goes over the 14 and turns green. Hasn't done that yet. But it's the same thing with the MACD. But look at the histogram, the little vertical lines. They're improving, and that's a good sign. But until the MACD crosses positive, I can only call this a buy signal. I haven't got a buy mode. I can't say it's going to go to a D or anything, other than to say we're watching this closely. If there is a pullback, the 47,000 to 46,800 area should be very strong support. That's the way I'm looking at it right now. If I'm looking at the weekly chart, nothing to see here. The 9-period moving average is still fabulous. The MACD is unchanged. It's still positive in the sense that it hasn't gone negative. The relative strength, the gray line, is a little bit weaker. The stochastic is quite a bit weaker at 67%, and the on-balance volume is very good. Monthly chart is still spectacular, and in fact, we are still in leg A in the buy mode of the monthly chart. Unbelievable. All right, quickly, S&P. And I will get your questions. There were questions that came up. Yeah, yesterday I had to apologize. That was a mistake. I sent out Monday's report, so all I could do was say, we have to stay with that. I can't make any changes. It was too late in the day by the time I saw it, and I apologize for that. We might have had other positions, but that's not the issue. The issue is that I didn't do it correctly, and I did get a notice early enough for me to change it, but I thought I just kept copying and pasting the wrong thing for some reason. So let's just go to this chart right now. You see, this is the S&P. This is a pattern that I call the Technical Friday was treated, right? It's about to cross the 940. Okay, yep. Thank you. I'm going to get to that in a minute. Let me just do this here. I wanted to go to, what did I want to do? I turned my head around as if to say, S&P. Oh, good grief. Yes, have a look at this chart. Oh, that's what I wanted to do. I wanted to go to this chart right here and show you a particular technique that I developed years and years ago. It's called, and I must change this because it looks okay, but it was much clearer before, and then I redid it. I'm going to have to redo it again. So here's a pattern where the price goes up, stores at about a peak D, E, or F, but then it makes lower highs and much lower lows, and you're in a sell signal to sell mode. Then all of a sudden, it finds some support, and it rallies. And what does it do? It takes out that upper declining trend line, and what does it do? It breaks above it, and then each peak after that on the left becomes a target until it takes out the high, if it can. Aha. So what are we talking about? We're talking about the falling axis. It's really a declining cone. I like to give these little nicknames. Look at this. So if the S&P in the first week of December, that's next week, can just tag the 6832 level, that'll be a positive, not the positive, but look, it'll help get that pink 9-period moving average to turn green. MACD's almost there. It's -2. It should get to plus. It hasn't done that. I'll be back in a moment. The Dow is up 170. S&P's up 24.
If you're looking for potential trading setups in the stock market, then Rocket Equities and Options Report is a newsletter you should try. Tommy O'Brien delivers options and equity trades when the markets present them using a combination of fundamentals and technicals. Sign up for Rocket Equities and Options Report today with a 30-day money-back guarantee so you have nothing to risk. For all the details and to start your subscription today, visit the front page of TFNN.com. TFNN, educating investors.
In the world of trading, only a few names stand out like Larry Pesavento. A pro's pro with over 50 years of experience, Larry has seen it all. A former Chicago Mercantile Exchange member, Larry has authored 10 books and trained over 1,000 traders with his unmatched expertise. Introducing Fibonacci 24/7, Larry Pesavento's daily trading service that turns the complexity of markets into opportunities. Published every Sunday, receive a comprehensive report packed with detailed commentary, charts, and videos that illuminate the patterns shaping the markets, with updates throughout the week exclusively for subscribers. Whether through charts or videos, Larry's analysis is your roadmap to navigating the markets. You can sign up now at TFNN.com for just $97. And with all TFNN newsletters backed by a 30-day money-back guarantee, you have nothing to risk. For all the details, visit TFNN.com. You'll find Fibonacci 24/7 right under the newsletters tab.
Many trading newsletters attempt to focus on a narrow set of equities or commodities. While this works for some, it oftentimes misses many opportunities that possess huge gain potential. But how is an independent trader supposed to scan the entire market looking for these hidden opportunities? One simple answer: the opening call newsletter. Basil Chapman, developer of the Chapman Wave trading methodology, has been trading the markets for longer than most trading influencers have been alive. And over that time, he has honed his methodology in order to accurately call movements in a wide range of equities, from semiconductors to uranium to key indices and so much more. Basil is old school, taking the time to educate the trader while also giving his insights into key indices, selective stocks, and more. Opening call subscribers also receive access to dozens of educational live streams that can be accessed at any time for your edification. All first-time subscribers receive a 30-day money-back guarantee. So ignore the pop trading influencers and start learning time-tested technical analysis.
TFNN has launched the Tiger's Den, hosted at Discord. TFNN has been educating traders for more than 20 years with live programming hosted by a variety of professional traders during market hours. The Tiger's Den, available to all tigers and tigresses for just $1 for the year. There's no catch or added costs when you join our community of traders. Sign up today and become a part of this educational community of traders. Just visit the front page of TFNN.com.
Hi folks, we're back, and I want to go to this, it was mentioned to me earlier this morning. We discussed this the other day, and this is Verica Pharmaceuticals, and Dan had it. What does he say? Check out VRCA this morning, was around $4.90 at the time of that post. Today, a big insider purchase was revealed, 4 million shares, or on small volume this AM. It ripped through the 523 left side, right side target, hitting 517 the pre so far. Can this excitement carry into the cash market? It says 650 and 740 on the weekly chart. Looks like they could be next. Now, let me just show you something. I did take it to this high right here for the left side, right side price time match when we looked at it either yesterday or the day before. But now that it's got a higher level to look at, I have to look at the left side high, and that's the high. I go step by step. I would like to go to this high of the 25th of August, which is at 650, but I'm not going to do that. I like to go step by step. So it's these little peaks right here at 614 and 611. So what I would do is I would go to the tiniest candle, and my eye says right there, and then I go to the Chapman Wave. Remember, I used the Chapman Wave inside wedge target repellent line. So now what I need to do is I have to take that same line and say, where does it match up? Well, first of all, I go left side, right side, and that just says that by, what date is that? By the 1st of December. I think that's a little optimistic, but I'm just going to keep it there for the moment to show you how I like to go step by step. There's a left side, right side price time match, and then I can take, this is already done beautifully. Now I'm going to go here. I think this is a little aggressive. I think this would be a bit of a pullback, and that it would be more likely be this candle right here, which pushes it about 2 days later. So I'm going to say the week of December the 1st. That's next week. I would not be surprised if there's just one tag of the $6.11 area. If that's the case, the stochastic, which is the 76%, will finally get to 80%. I want to see this holding 80% so that it can sustain the move to the upside. Just make it as simple as possible. Where would this fail? If by the end of the day, I don't think it's the way it's acting intraday is really quite impressive. So this is only not even the first hour. You're coming up to the 10:20, very important market time where other players come into the market. So I'm just looking at this and I'm saying there's a chance that if it takes out 611 and holds above $6, then we can start looking at that left side high of the 25th of 650. All right? So one step at a time. Now, where does this fail? You see this gap from yesterday's high? Yesterday's high was 532. So far, the low is 550. But if by today or even Friday, we break and we tag this high of 532, you just have to tag it once. There's a chance you'll go deeper into it. So you don't want to do that. The most you want to dip in the next 2 days, and it's a half day Friday, although we won't be here, I won't be here, 545 has to be support. Good eye, you've done this very well. You've planned it, you've prepared it, you've used every single nuance to be able to trade it. Congratulations. Next question came in. Okay. I got that. Extending, okay, got that. Oh, and pre-market, you said it did get. Pre-market, 490. Oh, it did hit 570. No, yeah, that's okay. Everything I said applies to, that's fine. Next question came in, and the question is, I want to go just step by step to questions that are, yeah. So a question came in about TGB. So congratulations. This is Dan in New York. He's been, I think he's been trading this for at least 20 years. TGB's Taseka Mines, as we've been talking, it's gone to a higher high. It's gone to one of the highest levels in a lot of years. Let me just see how long. Oh, going all the way back. Oh, I remember when we were looking at this together back in 2011, when it went to a higher peak D in the monthly chart of 723 and yes at 487. I do believe Taseka Mine is going to get there. I'm impressed. It was one that every day I looked at it and said, is this the time to get in? We were in other things. It's just a very complex market. I just needed to get our major positions and then we can go for the other stuff. This is in the other stuff category. I think there's a leg C and a leg A, B, C. E/C, I'm going to put an alternate count in the weekly chart because it's just acting so well, and F in the monthly chart. I love this. All I can say is the whole area of 450 to 410 is really, it's like a springboard. Every time it gets to that area, that's where it wants to take off. It's doing very, very nicely. Congratulations. Next question came in. Could I look at... where was it? Must be okay. JB says, Basil, CDE is about to cross the 9 over the 14. So this is one that we are in. I haven't actually added to it, although I really thought about it. This is a silver stock. This is coal mining, ink, silver and gold, mostly silver. No, I don't. Gee, I don't have that. Are you using exponential moving averages? Is about to cross. No, I have it still quite a way. Yes, they're both moving in the upward direction for the first time, and that's good. NACD did cross positive. The weekly chart hasn't yet crossed negative. It's gone to a leg B. It's probably a trough B this week. So if you are in it, much lower down because we're in it in the eighths. So this is really, it went from that to 23.61. We took lots of little bits off, and we've just kept a little bit here to see whether or not we want to add. I think, let me just do silver right now. Silver is trading up 92 cents at 50. Yes, silver's making the cup and handle pattern. It's just a very extended cup, but it is a cup and handle pattern. with a very deep handle. The deeper the handle, the greater the chances are that if it does make a new high, it only makes a nominal high, and usually there's a trend line that you can use, and I'll do it in right now, right there. But it's rising, and that's important. So there we are. We've got Chapman wave inside track, repellent zone, and that goes, first of all, if it takes out in the continuous contract 55.04, which is the high of the 13th of November, it could actually travel all the way to 55.5. Right now it's doing very well, silver, so I have to do the cup, and now the handle, very deep. This is like an English teacup with a little pinky finger up in the air. Yeah, it's doing very nicely, and that's why I said I'm not a big seller of that is looking out. I think that gold and silver have held well, and I don't know how much they're going to break down further than this, but if anything, there's a slightly upside bias, so I do like it. So CDE, I think the question is really, you could start, if you haven't got any, you could start a small position here. I still think a lot of work needs to be done for me to think that it's not in a rectangle formation and that 1594 will be a strong resistance, but you can just tiptoe in right now. And I would have a stop of 15.20. I'll be back in a moment. Dow's at 209 and the S&P's up 30.
If you spend any time online researching trading techniques on how to begin your trading journey, you've no doubt come across many folks who push Forex trading as a way to make big money quickly. Unfortunately, there are equally as many stories of these so-called Forex professionals just looking to make a quick buck off aspiring traders without actually teaching the ins and outs of the Forex market. This is what sets Teddy Keckstack's The Tiger Forex Report off the riffraff. Every Monday, former Chicago Mercantile Exchange member and author Teddy Keckstack releases his Tiger Forex Report newsletter, where he dives into the complex world of Forex and takes time to actually teach you his methods that have made him so successful in the fast-paced and rewarding world of Forex trading. Furthermore, all subscribers receive access to archived live streams of Teddy's, where he provides university-level education to help you in Forex trading. All first-time subscribers receive a 30-day money-back guarantee. So what are you waiting for? Forex awaits.
Many trading newsletters attempt to focus on a narrow set of equities or commodities. While this works for some, it oftentimes misses many opportunities that possess huge gain potential. But how is an independent trader supposed to scan the entire market looking for these hidden opportunities? One simple answer: the opening call newsletter. Basil Chapman, developer of the Chapman Wave trading methodology, has been trading the markets for longer than most trading influencers have been alive. And over that time, he has honed his methodology in order to accurately call movements in a wide range of equities, from semiconductors to uranium to key indices and so much more. Basil is old school, taking the time to educate the trader while also giving his insights into key indices, selective stocks, and more. Opening call subscribers also receive access to dozens of educational live streams that can be accessed at any time for your edification. All first-time subscribers receive a 30-day money-back guarantee. So ignore the pop trading influencers and start learning time-tested technical analysis.
Building wealth trading in the stock market seems impossible to most people. They think it's too volatile and risky. Most people aren't going to take the time to educate themselves on how to do it right. But you're not most people, are you? At TFNN, you'll get the guidance you need to refine your strategies and techniques to invest like a pro. Because you'll be a pro. All TFNN subscriptions, books, software, and courses are available at TFNN.com. And I'm even going to tell you how to get them for less. Use TFNN's Tiger Dollars and you'll get up to a 20% bonus on your purchase. And once you apply them to your account, Tiger Dollars are automatically used for all future or recurring charges. Tiger Dollars also never expire, are fully transferable, and are a great way to add savings to your newsletters or services. Become the investor you were born to be at TFNN.com. TFNN, educating investors.
This portion of the Tiger Technicians Hour is brought to you by Direxion's daily leveraged and inverse ETFs. Whether you're a bull or a bear, you choose the direction. Visit Direxion.com. Investing in the funds involves significant risk and should only be utilized by investors who understand the impact of leverage and actively monitor their portfolio. They are not designed to track the underlying index or security for more than a day. Before investing, carefully consider a fund's investment objective, risks, charges, and expenses contained in the prospectus available at Direxion.com. Read carefully. Distributor Foreside Fund Services, LLC.
Yeah, I'm just checking something here. Let me just see. Got that. Okay, there. Yeah, so here's a couple of things. So a question came in about the SOX and the SOXX. That's the 3 times long, the semis, and 3 times short, the semis. Yeah, this is the SOXSS. I'm inclined to right now stay with the SOXX. I think money is finally coming back in there. I don't think it's going to be great for them. Just for the moment, it's going to be mixed because you've got NVIDIA and you've got some leaders, you've got some weak ones. But right here, 288, and then the SOXS, if it goes over 289.10, it can actually rally even further. But right now, it's just stuck in a range. So let me show you something else, ESC25. This is rectangle formations can stay in a rectangle for quite a while. So this 1 minute chart, it only breaks out if it can get to 68.12 right now. If it gets to 68.17, then all of a sudden it's making a cup formation and it should start to head towards the high that was made at 9:52 this morning Eastern time at 68.24. And that would be the target. Actually, that kind of, in a way, is my target right now because I'm expecting a leg D in the 10-minute chart. That'll be very interesting, wouldn't it? Okay, now next thing I want to do is, so in the den, they're talking about some of the biotechs. I'm looking at the Savara Inc., rare respiratory diseases. I've been showing this to subscribers for ages. I've been doing all the notation, the measured moves and everything, and we haven't got into it because I've been so busy with other things. Otherwise, I might have missed the buy signals in some of the stocks that we just got into. Positions, that is, I should say. 570 would be this target, and right now it's trading at 518, and I've got the target on the weekly chart as before the 26th of December, and it's almost there. So we'll see what happens. There are so many of these things. QTEX, is that QT? RX. I mean, I just show so many of these things. Look at this. This doesn't look good on a weekly chart, but have a look at this on a daily chart. This is Quantrix. Oh, this is the financial model. This is another one that I had already and I didn't do anything. This wasn't the one I wanted to show. It was, I've got them ARQT. Yep, there it is. Arcutis Biotherapeutics. I think I spoke about it just the other day. It was down in the, it was down here in the 26s, and it went to a peak B, peak C, and it's almost at a peak D. At 32.94. Look at this weekly chart. There are just so many. Something's just amazing that's going on, and I can just tell you when I say amazing. I've mentioned this before. I'll mention it again. I have a really dear friend. She's had cancer. Nobody even knew if it was just internal, just exactly where it could have been lung, it could have been just anywhere in the body, and it was in different places they found. And then they had this medication that just didn't work, and then they said, all right, we've got this new medication, put you on the new protocol, and they put her on it, and she almost died. But she was absolutely determined it was just, I can't even explain all those different things that happened. She stuck with it. And since then, the couple's been to London, Spain. So they're booked next week to go to Panama Canal. No, I think it's down south. It's way down. It's Argentina. I don't know. They're just traveling all over the show. It's just amazing what's happened. It's just fabulous, right? With the biotechs, with what's going on. And it's really a pity about the cutbacks in this experimental area and tests. But what can I say? Anyway, so that's big ARQT. I could go through a whole bunch of them, and in the den mentioned AGQ. Okay. AGQ, a question about that AGQ. Now, This is the ProShares Ultra Silver. This is Ultra Silver long at 91.63. Now, I happen to like when they are the 3 times longs. I prefer when they are much lower priced because you don't have to put that much in. They can have really great winnings. This way, you're putting in a lot of money. Instead of 31, it's at 91. So I'm just going to answer the question is, yes, you can stay with this. It's acting very well. It's up 3.39. It's up 3.84% at 91.66. If you are already long, then I'm just going to say to you, where would you put a stop? Oh, that's an easy one. I don't know where you got in, but I would just say that if it comes back to 87, that's 4 points. That's a lot of that. I mean, that's a big percentage. But if you're playing the 3 times, you're willing to risk that. Let me put it this way. If by the end of the day it closes under 89.91, that's the low of the day, I'd be careful. Now, holding this over the weekend, I don't know if you're going to be trading on Friday. We won't be here, but the market's open till 1 o'clock. I would still put a stop in. So let me put it this way. Put a stop on a part of your position at 89.90. That's a penny below today's low. That's just good for the day. You can make it good for until canceled. But if it actually takes it out, then I'd be careful because the high of yesterday was 88.686. So that's a bit of a way down. And under that, I'd say no, just be real careful. Now, looking out, the weekly says, what are you worrying about? The stochastics at 69%. It could still go to 80%. The MACD is good. The 914 is good. I'm just talking about a 3 times long. You're just vulnerable to sudden moves. And that's all I'm saying. But I do like it. And you really want to see it by next week, getting into the big ugly candle of the 14th of November. And I would like the middle. I'd like 90. I would love to see 93s. It gets to 93s, it should tackle this particular resistance level right here, which is different to what I drew in the silver. It's down, and I'm even going to make it a little lower. So 94 gets to 94, you start to get to resistance. Anyway, congratulations, you're in it, and it's working well. Yeah, again, share this. Yeah, I got things to read. I will read it. Let's go to RIG. I think I'm missing one here. RIG. Now, this one is, of course, in the oil sector. Whoa, Transocean Limited. I just never know whether to get into it or not because that's a big pullback from just under 440 to the 360s. That's on a percentage basis. That's big. This is nice. Now, what this is saying to me, if I go to crude oil is just up 7 ticks, but it's in the low range. It's almost independent. I was looking at that for the last few weeks, and the way there's been slightly higher highs and higher lows in the whole area of this oil rigs. I like this very much. So thank you for pointing that out. Yes, I like it, and I think it's going to tackle the 440s next week. I'll be back in a moment.
Many trading newsletters attempt to focus on a narrow set of equities or commodities. While this works for some, it oftentimes misses many opportunities that possess huge gain potential. But how is an independent trader supposed to scan the entire market looking for these hidden opportunities? One simple answer: the opening call newsletter. Basil Chapman, developer of the Chapman Wave trading methodology, has been trading the markets for longer than most trading influencers have been alive. And over that time, he has honed his methodology in order to accurately call movements in a wide range of equities, from semiconductors to uranium to key indices and so much more. Basil is old school, taking the time to educate the trader while also giving his insights into key indices, selective stocks, and more. Opening call subscribers also receive access to dozens of educational live streams that can be accessed at any time for your edification. All first-time subscribers receive a 30-day money-back guarantee. So ignore the pop trading influencers and start learning time-tested technical analysis.
Steve Rhodes started his trading career as a student almost 20 years ago, and the student has now become the master. Steve won the prestigious Timer of the Year award in 2018 and barely missed that mark again in 2019, finishing at number 2 for the year. An amazing accomplishment. Steve Rhodes is committed to sharing his techniques and knowledge with anyone who wants to learn, and he shares his vast amount of trading knowledge every day in his Mastering Probability newsletter. Steve's award-winning newsletter, Mastering Probability, is delivered every trading day with updates throughout the afternoon. Sign up for Steve's market newsletter, Mastering Probability, and you'll receive access to 7 of Steve's educational webinars absolutely free. At TFNN, all our newsletters come with a 30-day money-back guarantee, so you have absolutely nothing to worry about. Visit TFNN.com and try Mastering Probability 30 days risk-free today. TFNN, educating investors.
For traders who crave risk, Direxion's daily leveraged and inverse ETFs provide opportunities to magnify short-term perspectives with up to 3 times a daily leverage, utilize bull and bear funds from both sides of the trade, and trade through rapidly changing markets. These are highly leveraged ETFs with daily resetting designed for short-term trading, not long-term investing. Whether you're a bull or a bear, you choose the Direxion. For up-to-date pricing and performance, go to Direxion.com. Investing in the funds involves significant risk and should only be utilized by investors who understand the impact of leverage and actively monitor their portfolio. They are not designed to track the underlying index or security for more than a day. Before investing, carefully consider a fund's investment objective, risk, charges, and expenses contained in the prospectus available at Direxion.com. Read carefully. Distributor Foreside Fund Services, LLC.
This program is brought to you by Vista Gold, traded on the NYSE American and TSX under the symbol VGZ.
Guys, I just found one that just popped up. They keep popping up in my screamer list. These are stocks under $10 that are showing strength. Look at this, Experion Therapeutics. I don't even know what they do. But look at this beautiful chart. It goes from this low right here. I'm not going to mention the prices. Just it goes from this low on the 8th of October, and then goes peak A, B, C, D, pulls back, still has an E, then pulls back. And now the question is this an F or a C? So what has it done? It's gone. Look at this. It's gone from 230 on the 8th of October to today's high of 392. I mean, that is a pretty damn good percentage gain, right? And it showed up ages ago. Even 2 days ago, I could have put it in as a buy because it was holding so well at 314. And here it is at 385 right now, up 16 cents. There's a small percentage. Remember, Tommy likes to always talk about small prices can give you good percentages. Don't be surprised and don't be misled. It's still a low-price stock. All right. So I just wanted to say that these biotechs have been just absolutely amazing. And now there's a question. So question came in. Basil, what about your favorites, Robinhood and Symbiotic? Are you trying to rub it into? I mean, come on, okay. So Robinhood, we're in from the 16th, but we had very little left. But I wanted to get back in. We got back in at 109 2 days ago in the morning. What's today? Today's Wednesday. So on Monday morning we got in at 109. And here it is. It hit today 125.97, almost 126 in a leg A. But look, I have not got any confirmation that this is anything from a trough G, that this is anything other than a rebound. But the reason why I loved it is have a look at this, if I can do it right here. Look at this. Here is, so that's Robinhood. Look at this low that was made right here. See the trough of the on-balance volume? And that was a day before the actual low. And that just said to me, I think that is getting to be another buy signal, just in terms of entry points. So I like it very much. But it's early in the game. If it was at the 135 level, I say that is fantastic. But look how much it has to still go before the pink 9-period moving average crosses the black 14-period moving average, it'll have to go to the 132 level. And the MACD is still weak. The histogram's improving. The on-balance volume gave a really nice turnaround, like right there. Let me just get it right back. Right there. That was the day before the low, and the low was on the 21st of, that was on Friday at 102.10. Okay, and the stochastic is improving, but it's only 27%. So all of this is very different to when we were looking at something. So symbolic, it really hurts, it pains me. Symbolic, one of my favorites, this is end-to-end AI, robotic warehouses, automation systems. We've been in many times. This time we had one good profits, went to 84 round number high, and then we took a little bit off, a little bit, we still had a nice position, and it got stopped out. It didn't get to the 48 entry low. It went to 48.58. I should have had it at 48 and said, you got to keep some. I don't know. It just happened so suddenly. And then I forgot about the earnings. If I had seen the earnings, usually I type it in here, but I didn't. And that was a terrible mistake because we got stopped out and never had a chance to get back in. So here it is at 84.48. It's at an all-time high. I can take that away. It was 82.20 before. Now it's 80. Today's high is 84.87. Great earnings, and I loved it. There'll be a chance to get back in, but it'll never be at those 48. I shouldn't say never. It's hardly likely to be anything under 70. It'll have to be something because it's acting really well. Okay. With that said, thank you for bringing that up. I know some people have kept it, and it's important to, as a portfolio, to know what you want to keep regardless, what you want to have stops on, etc. Now, there's another thing that we're looking at here, and that is, did that. So my question to myself is, so GE had a beautiful move to a double top in the 316s, plummets down to 284. I mean, that's a big turn down. Not in the weekly chart. It's just it's a pullback, but it's not a big deal yet. Why is it not acting better? 284 to today's high of 297. You say, hey, 13 points. What are you complaining about? It just isn't participating the way it should. And that's my point here, that there are places like, and we go back to the IWM. Look, the IWM almost at the highs. The reason why we went into this position is because I think it's that rotation that I've been talking about. And people talk about crash. I told you over the weekend, 3-4 times, different people I heard talking about crash, scaring the daylights out of everybody. I don't see a crash. I see a rotation. And that rotation says, and that's the reason I said to subscribers, we want to be in possibly maybe some of the old-fashioned, the old guys like the GMs. GM making a new high right now at 73, round number right now, 73, but it had a high of 73.12. I think that those things are working. And look at IBM. IBM, 319, then it goes to 324, double top, pulls back to the 288 area. And it's holding, but it's holding quite well. So the Triple M, 1, 2, 3. Look at this, Triple M, getting almost close to an all-time, not an all-time high, but a recovery, multi-month high. And that'll be an overlapping leg. See if we can go to 172.57 and very quickly take out both left side peak Bs. This is a different time. It's a different thing. I think we're going to get back into those real. Let me just see, RGTI, I think it was called, Rigetti. Yeah, you see, not moving. It's just stuck. This is Rigetti computing, quantum computing. So I think we've seen just for this particular phase that there's a rotation into fuddy-duddies. And I like that. I like that a lot. Now, let me do this with the chart just one more time because we need to see where it is. We did a peek in the 1 minute chart. That wasn't what I was looking at. I wanted to look at this chart right here. So this is the XLF. This is a very important S&P Select Financial ETF, the pink, and the blue is the S&P 500 ETF or fund. They moving in sync. If at any point you start to see this low taken out, that's the low of May in the blue. So the blue will be, XLF will be 48.44. If 48 gets taken out, it's trading right now at 52.89, I'm going to have to say, okay, now you've got to be careful, because look at the synchronicity between the financials and the SPY. The lows are exact. The tops are exact. This is an amazing chart. So I just have to respect it and say, keep it in mind. So far, so good. All right, we've got a break coming up, and we've got the last section. A couple of questions came in. Esperion Therapeutics is a pharmaceutical company engages in development of oral therapies. Okay, thank you very much, Patton. Again, always giving me good information.
Sharpening your skills as an investor is like getting better at playing a musical instrument. You have to practice, sure, but you also need excellent instruction from experts. At TFNN, you'll get advice and guidance from the authority in technical market analysis. And it's not just dry, tedious text either. TFNN airs live financial content streamed live on TFNN.com and TFNN's YouTube channel with Tiger TV, live every market day from 8:30 a.m. to 4 p.m. Eastern, for free. Each host is an experienced trader and gives their take on the market while taking calls and questions live from around the world. From the moment the market opens until the closing bell sounds, Tiger TV has 8 different shows with expert hosts to help you make the right moves with your money. Watch online at TFNN.com or on TFNN's YouTube channel and become the investor you were born to be. TFNN, educating investors.
In the world of trading, only a few names stand out like Larry Pesavento, a pros pro with over 50 years of experience. Larry has seen it all. A former Chicago Mercantile Exchange member, Larry has authored 10 books and trained over 1,000 traders with his unmatched expertise. Introducing Fibonacci 24/7, Larry Pesavento's daily trading service that turns the complexity of markets into opportunities. Published every Sunday, receive a comprehensive report packed with detailed commentary, charts, and videos that illuminate the patterns shaping the markets, with updates throughout the week exclusively for subscribers. Whether through charts or videos, Larry's analysis is your roadmap to navigating the markets. You can sign up now at TFNN.com for just $97. And with all TFNN newsletters backed by a 30-day money-back guarantee, you have nothing to risk. For all the details, visit TFNN.com. You'll find Fibonacci 24/7 right under the newsletters tab.
Are you ready to take charge of your financial future? TFNN is your gateway to the world of trading and investing. Whether you're starting out or scaling up, TFNN empowers traders and investors of all skill levels with top-notch investing systems, strategies, and techniques. It's time to protect and grow your money with insight you can trust. Join us live Monday through Friday during market hours for exclusive content that moves with the markets. At TFNN, we bring the trading floor to you. Our seasoned hosts are here to answer your calls and questions live on the air. Check out the Tiger's Den for just $1 and follow us on YouTube and become part of our vibrant community. And remember, at TFNN, we're so confident in the value we provide that we offer a 30-day money-back guarantee on all new premium newsletter subscriptions and services. You have absolutely nothing to risk, so why wait? Tune in live to Tiger TV and transform your trading journey, because when you know better, you invest better. Join us and experience the difference today. TFNN, educating investors.
Don't forget, you can listen to TFNN live on your mobile device 24 hours per day. Go to TFNN.com, then hit Watch Tiger TV. That's TFNN.com, then hit Watch Tiger TV.
All right, so I had a question about Boeing. Boeing is trading at 186.55, up 4.11. It's in the category of laggards, like the GE position there. I'm just going to say, drop the B and add an A. Alcoa, if you're in that deep cyclical stuff, Alcoa is at 41.09. I like it. We haven't got in, but I do like it a lot. We've done the left side, right side price time match in the weekly chart. It's about to attempt at least to break the downtrend in the monthly chart inside track repellent zone. That's the one that I think shows more promise. And then if it moves higher, I think you will start to move maybe into the Boeings. But that's the way I'm looking at it right now. If you want to do some bottom fishing, a little bit of bowing you can get into right now. I just want to I'd add to it on strength rather than get full in. So yes, nibble on it, but as I say, there are some others in the old fuddy-duddy area, and I think that's what I'm talking about. So as we're about to, oh, wait a minute. I'm missing my time here. Yes. So as I'm about, the clock, they must have, okay. As we're about to wrap up, I'm going to say, everybody have a wonderful Thanksgiving. I have just made the decision that I am going to do a webinar, a live webinar. I don't know yet whether I'll do it as a whole morning session, going through all the different techniques and live trading. I don't. There's no promise, unlike Larry's able to make. I can't do that. Or whether I just do it in the evening or late afternoon as an hour and a half. I'd like to do it bigger than that because there's just so much to discuss, and maybe I can get my CD back playing again with my book, the Chapman Wave Techniques. So with that said, we're going to wrap it up. You can go to Steve Rhodes. Have a wonderful, wonderful Thanksgiving. Oh, everybody loves Thanksgiving. Why not? Gravy. Okay, so we'll see you back here on Monday. And yes, check out my opening call daily newsletter. We've had some real nice positions that we've just entered. Hey, have a good weekend. See you on Monday.